What's up, everybody? John Eric Poli here with My MMA News, and today's guest will be fighting Casey O'Neill at UFC 271 on February 12th. That fight, of course, just in really a few days here now as we're into February. Pleased to be joined by Roxanne Modafferi today. Roxanne, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Really appreciate the time.
Greetings. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem at all. And before we get into anything fight related here, I do have a couple things that I want to ask you about. And we'll start with the good stuff here first. So recently, you have just gotten engaged. How's engaged life been so far? And talk about that moment too. I'm sure it was a very special moment and something that you'll never forget ever.
Oh, it was wonderful. I knew that he was going to propose sometime, but I didn't know when. And I certainly didn't expect it to be after his fight. In which it was a no contest because of an illegal shot. I was so busy making sure that he was okay and ready to fight the corner man if they were coming at me. And then suddenly he's down on one knee. I'm like, oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, I say that, and it went viral too when it happened too. That had to be such a crazy just timing. Where did he even get the ring from? Did he ever say did another corner man have it? How did he pull that off? That's a very tricky operation to pull off.
Exactly. He was very smart. So, we both have glasses. So I know that he hands me his shirt, his glasses case, and whatever. So he told me, take my glasses case and then give me my glasses back after the fight. Make sure you leave the cloth in the glasses case. And I was like, okay, that's odd. Why do you need a cloth in your glass? We don't, whatever. So he had wrapped the ring in the cloth in the glasses case. So, I wouldn't see it there, so when I gave him here, put your glasses in here, honey. The ring was already in there. So all I had to do was hand him the case after the fight. And then he would be like, oh, give me my glasses. I'm like, okay, here. And then he had it in his hand.
Very clever, very smart guy there then. And now as all that's going on, right, exciting times, the last few weeks or so you were telling me before we came on air here, not so much, right? You got stung by a scorpion. You have a lot going on. Explain to the fans what's been going on in the last few weeks for you.
It's been a little hectic. My car broke down. I had to go car shopping. Had to decide a wedding venue ASAP before they all got snatched up. So I'm driving around in my rental car trying to make these appointments. And then I got stung by a scorpion the other day and my finger's completely numb, but it doesn't hurt anymore. So I have superpowers now. Yes, Venom. But just don't tell my opponent.
Yeah, Casey will not know that you have scorpion superpowers now.
Yeah, don't tell USADA. I don't want to get Venom drug tested or anything.
I was going to ask, is there it's a villain, right? There's a scorpion. Is it the Spider-Man movie? Which one has scorpion? There's definitely a scorpion bad guy character.
Yeah, we're cool though. We're cool. We talked about it. We're all good. He's not going to just come out randomly, only for the fight.
Okay, sounds good. So let's talk about now this upcoming fight here for a little bit now. So you're in training camp right now. It's actually your very last time going through a training camp. You're planning to retire after the fight here. What's it been like as you now go through this for one last final time and go through your last fight camp here?
It's actually been very stressful. Not stressful. I felt a little more pressure because, it's my last one. So I'm trying not to think of it as my last one. I'm trying to make good decisions and I'm really pleased with the training up till now. I figured out kind of a new training regime and I'm really happy with it. So, at first it was stressful, but now I'm feeling way better about it. I brought some friends out to help me train. Lauren Murphy came out once before, and then Deanna Bennett came out. I knew them from The Ultimate Fighter. Lauren's actually here right now for my final week. So it's really fun. She's helping me keep it positive and excited and exciting. And I feel super good now. Things are good.
I say, in Syndicate in general, too, you guys have a lot of really high-level women there, too, at the gym. So what's it been like, too, not only just this time, too, going through camp, but obviously your whole career working with the great women that you have over there?
Syndicate's awesome. I love Syndicate, man. I've been at Syndicate the longest that I've been at any gym in my career. I started in Massachusetts, Amherst Athletic Club, then Wajitsu Keishukai in Japan, AACC, Ground Slam in Japan, but then, Syndicate's been 8.5 years. John Wood's been my head coach for that long. He's done so much for me. So I owe a lot, the latter half of my career to John Wood.
And now as you go through this too, right, you start to kind of get memories, thinking back of your whole entire career and all different venues that you fought in and different opponents and different promotions, all of that, do all like these memories kind of come back to you? And are there any that stick out to you as you go through this?
Yeah, man. If you can think of like a roller coaster ride, you're like, wee, oh my God, wee, oh my God. Like it's pretty much like that. Like, man, like I fought for some of the biggest promotions, in Japan and the States. I fought for the Strikeforce title, the Invicta title, the UFC title. And I unfortunately didn't win those. Got super close. I still had a lot of achievements. I went to Okinawa. I went to England. Like a lot of just those memories are really precious to me and all the people I've met along the way.
And how did you exactly make this decision then to hang it up? It's just gonna be the last time to do it. Like I feel like there's a lot of athletes where they don't know what that moment's going to be, and they kind of make it up and decide it on the fly. How did you kind of get to this point where you were comfortable with saying, "Yep, this is gonna be the last time I do it," and kind of start the farewell tour, kind of?
I wonder because I was really nervous about that. Like people have been asking me when I was in my mid-30s, like when are you gonna retire? Especially my parents have been asking me forever. But I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I always want to work hard and I always want to make an effort. I was, I'd love to have a family someday, but I never had a boyfriend. So now that I have like the one, I'm like, gosh, like I'm still 39. I could probably maybe have a kid, possibly. Like this looks like it's possible. I'm also tired of waking up and choosing violence every day and like, all right, now I got to go punch people in the head. Like it's just not fun anymore. Like I want to do jujitsu for fun. So like I kind of see, let's just friggin' change my life all at once. Like, let's do this. I'm getting married in October. I want to get a job, get a good paycheck, maybe have a kid. Like it's time. Like single life is over.
A lot of good things coming up on the horizon here for you. And now, if it's okay, I do want to get back into exact specifics with this fight. I do want to ask you about Casey a little bit here. She's obviously a Las Vegas girl now herself, right? She trains at Extreme Couture. Have you guys ever crossed paths at all, whether that be in the PI or anything like that?
That would be where we would cross paths, but no, I don't think we've met before. But I like her style, like charge forward, like try to knock them, get a takedown, like ground and pound. Like that's my style. Like I like it. So it's going to be fun.
I say you're always down for a glorious battle. Do you think that it's kind of like a style that you like and a style that's very similar to yours, that this has all the makings of being a very good glorious battle? A glorious battle, close it out, right?
100%.
So I want to ask you too, right? Because I know you're a big fan of the sport, and the last time I interviewed you, I was so impressed that you were so happy to talk about an opponent and talk about things that you liked about them. Casey's been in a very great spot for herself young on in her career so far, because she's kind of bursting onto the scene here with 3 fights in a row last year when she just got in. There's been a lot of people, but not only in my job here with the media, but a lot of fans and people like that have pegged her as a future breakout type of a star or a future champion. I just want to get your thoughts on what you thought of that as you saw what she's done so far here in her early UFC career.
I mean, it depends who you fight, I think, and what kind of performance you have. Like, I fully believe that I can beat anybody that I fight. Will I beat them? Maybe not. Can I beat them? I think so, so it's it always depends. Like, I also have to tell myself, I totally lost my train of thought. Just because I lose a fight, that doesn't make me an inferior fighter, maybe they're better on that day. Maybe they have better, whatever, they hit me a certain way. I don't know. So to answer your question, it just depends on the fight. She's got to back it up and keep backing it up and keep climbing the ladder like we all do. I believe that we step on our opponents to reach our goals. So she's got to keep climbing the ladder over bodies, man. That's kind of how it goes. That's how I did it too. So.
Yeah, I know you made that journey in a few promotions too that you've done it in there, so I'm sure that's probably great advice if she does see this interview to give to her there. I did want to ask you too, right? I'm a big Green Bay Packers fan in football, and Aaron Rodgers this year, he was talking about, his future's kind of up in the air as to how things are going to go, whether that's to retire from football or maybe not even be playing for the Packers anymore. And he mentioned several times where there were football games this year where he's walking off the field there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and he's getting a little misty-eyed as he looks into the crowd and sees everybody as he's leaving the field after a game. Have you thought of anything like that? When you make that walk to the octagon, or when you're leaving this, do you think there's going to be any bit of emotions as you make this walk for the final time?
Absolutely. I'm trying not to stress about it though, because we only experience emotions once, and I'm going to try to enjoy it, but not let it distract me from the coming battle.
I understand where you're going with that there. And I did want to ask too, future-wise here, you did talk earlier, right? You want to, get married, have a kid, get a different job, kind of go through life in a whole new way here. But MMA is always going to be something that's going to be a passion of yours. You're always going to love this sport here. Do you plan on still being active when this is over? Like, do you plan on still going down in the gym, maybe doing some jiu-jitsu classes, teaching things here or there, and just still being actively involved in it as a passion of yours?
Yeah, of course.
And I do have to break some bad news to you, Roxy. There's an elephant in the room here. The last time we did an interview together, I told you I was going to watch the Solo movie. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I apologize. So I'll let you make a pitch to me here, though. Why, when we get done doing this, should I go right over to my TV and turn on this movie and watch it here? Because I kind of now have gotten off of the whole Star Wars kick that I was on before when we did the last interview.
Well, that's okay. I mean, it was entertaining. You can sit back, chill, and be entertained.
All right. Well, I'll try to get back into it. Recently, now I've been into True Blood at all. Recently, it's on HBO Max. It's been a pretty good show so far. I'm going on the last season. I'm impressed. I'm a little worried. The reviews that I've read on it said this last season's been pretty bad. But when I get done watching this, are there any shows that you would recommend that I watch?
Let's see here. Lost in Space, the remake that's on Netflix. I've really enjoyed that. I've been watching that. So.
Okay, is that now how long is that? Is that a long? Cause I do if something goes long, like I could do like the 6-7 season area. If anything goes past that, I'm not.
No, it is 3 seasons, and I think there's 10 episodes in each season. So you're good. It's not bad. It's not super long, and they ended it, so it should be finished.
All right, that should be an easy one. I'm going to look into that when I get done with True Blood here as I go into the last season of that. Roxy, it's been a lot of fun. One last thing now before you roll out, and I promise I will not tell anybody about the Scorpion Powers. But go ahead, plug your social media. If you have any management, sponsors, coaches, teammates, whoever you want to give a shout out to, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks to my Team Syndicate. Johnny Parsons, one of my main coaches now. Also John Wood, Mike Pyle, my boyfriend Chris Roman. Also a big special thanks to my HWS sports psychologist, Candy Ariano. So thank you to her.
All right, Roxy, thanks again so much for the time here today. Thanks for the show recommendations and for the movie pitch with Solo there. I apologize that I haven't gotten to watch it here over the last few months. I'm very bad with watching things there. But one last thing now before we roll out. Roxy, congratulations on a great career. Looking forward to seeing what you do here in the post-fighting world here. And looking forward to seeing you do one last glorious battle here inside of the Octagon. And I'm sure that the fans are as well. And to the fans, if you like today's interview, please go to the bottom, give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And keep going to MyMMANews.com as well. We'll see you later, everybody.